Hello, people that are here. I can't see your names yet if you say anything. Hi, Em. How are you? Can you hear me all right, by the way? I didn't test anything out before I went live. I kind of just sat down. I look so... I just got back from being in town as well. I'm looking a little bit lived in, which is okay. I guess I am pretty lived in. Let's see. I sound fine. Awesome. Hello, Red. How are you? Would either of y'all like a reading, by the way, while we wait for more people to come in here? I'm probably not going to be on here for too long. I'll explain all that once more people come in. But yeah, if you guys are down for a reading, then I can do a couple cards for each of y'all. Hello, Ten. How are you? Happy full moon. I think it's also an eclipse as well. I'm pretty sure it's an eclipse as well tonight. Okay. Hello, Nithra. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, but I know I saw your message on the other platform. Cheers, by the way. Hello, Ja. Sure, I can do a few cards for you right now. Also, I know I probably look so overdressed right now, but it's just like a really long coat, and I'm pretty chilly right now, so I just kept it on from when I came inside from being out. Hello, Star Ruby. Thank you, Sarah. Y'all can't see it, but I have, I was thinking about if I wanted to raise my legs, but I don't have the energy for it. I have, as pants, I have one side that's black denim and one side that's a light blue denim. So it's like half and half. It looks pretty cool. I look pretty cool today, I like to admit. But yeah, let's get into your reading real quick, Ten. I pulled for you the Life Experience card, Ace of Air and Five of Water. So this is kind of telling me we have Eight of Pentacles as well, inverted for you. So this is telling me kind of a story. The Five of Cups is someone that sees something half full, or not half full, like spilled milk, right? This is a spilled milk card. I love how you can see my umbrella lights right here. But yeah, this is a spilled milk card, essentially. And so when it's paired with the Eight of Pentacles, this is leading me to believe that either something is not panning out that you'd like in the way, or there's something that happened recently that kind of like, you're not pleased with some type of event panning out currently. And when you have the Life Experience card and Ace of Air coming in, Ace of Air is representation of Ace of Swords. This is letting me know that, I mean, it sounds cheesy, right? You don't, I know it sounds like a cop-out, but it is the energy of kind of like, there's a reason for this, right? Let me hold these cards instead of fondling this bottle. This is like the energy of that this is like as the cards say, is for part of the process. There is a reason for this. And so when you have these two cards show up, I kind of would challenge you to see where it's trying to redirect you, because that's what the Ace of Air talks about. It's like having new ideas, new creative sparks. So it's almost as if Spirit's trying to readjust where it is your trajectory is currently going. I don't feel like you're necessarily on the wrong path. Just something that spilled your milk in the first place is trying to show you something. Hello, Astra. Hello, Jack. And Jacqueline. We are just hanging out for a little bit. I planned this morning, but I ended up well, actually, hold on. I ended up hearing some unfortunate news with my I'm laughing about it because I just don't know. I feel like uncomfortable talking about it for some reason. But my mother I found out my mother's in the hospital right now. So she's in Texas though. I'm not anywhere close to her, so I can't do anything right now about it. So it's one of those things I'm trying to keep myself distracted, but that's just like a heads up of like, I might not be on here as long as I thought I would be initially, but I still want to be able to get some readings in for you guys. I'm glad it was helpful though, 10. Nithra, I can do you next for your tarot cards. Let's see. Okay, so we have the Awakening card equaling to 3, 2 of water and 6 of fire. And as clarifiers, we have the Sun card, 7 of swords, and then 10 of wands. So this is a good combination right here. This is, I'm sorry, like, zoned out for a moment. This is, like, the Sun is the best card that you can get in the deck. And the Awakening card is kind of just like a sign of, kind of like you're reaping the benefits of, like, some type of character development that you've recently gone through, Nithra. So this is, like, a good sign. I feel as if, I kind of keep seeing, like clouds dissipating around a sun, so I kind of feel like this is like a foreshadowing of things looking up for you in some type of extremely positive way. And when you have 2 of water as a clarifier for 7 of swords, Nithra, this is letting me know this is kind of like someone coming to peace with something that initially is like some type of either like loss, or it doesn't have to be a loss, but it could just simply be an individual that had like some type of hurt, some type of intimate hurt to them, and this is kind of like overcoming that energy. Very much so, that's what this is, and I like this. So it makes sense. It's almost like you're doing, it's this, so far this is seemingly like shadow work energy. It's like you're going through some shadow work, and like it's through this process you're being self-empowered, so you're definitely on the right path. For your last set, we have 6 of fire and 10 of wands. So 6 of fire talks about just victory, right? And it's victory attached to your 10 of wands. So this is, again, talking about removing baggage of some sort. So really what I would take from your reading, Nithra, is that, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name properly, that you're on the right path, essentially. Like, this is a kind of like a, I would say, take a moment to celebrate in yourself of like what it is that you're accomplishing right now. This is kind of like a, I feel like you're gonna have a moment for like a breather almost with this type of spread. And if like, I still kind of feel like as well, like there's still some stuff that's going to be coming into completion, but I feel like you're not going to be dealing with a bunch of bumps. I don't feel as if you're going to be dealing with too many more bumps on the road at least for now. I feel like this is just like a pretty good overall celebratory time for you. I appreciate it, you guys. I'll be able to, I'll get over it. Life goes on, right? Alright, let's see. I'm glad that was helpful to you, though, Nithra, and that I'm pronouncing your name properly. Yes, I can get you next. How have you guys been doing, by the way? What are you guys planning for? Have y'all done anything for tonight? I know it's the full moon and also a lunar eclipse tonight. So I don't know if y'all have anything planned ritual-wise or what's going on. Alright, for you, we have King of Swords with the Lover's card and Three of Pentacles. So this is like letting me know that there's some type of big decision that you're having to kind of be bossed up for, because like with this King of Sword energy, this is someone that's kind of like you're having to think from like, why is the lighting being weird? You have to think from like a business point of view on something. It's kind of like being more serious at this time, dealing with some type of long-term decision making. This could be dealing with a person, but with the Three of Pentacles being added onto it as well with this Lover's card, this is leading me to believe like you're just making some big moves, power moves in terms of like your foundational energy of some sort. This could be kind of like the energy of, if this is pertaining to a relationship, either taking something to the next level or taking yourself out of something, right? It's one of those like big impactful changes that like really change what it is that you're going to be doing with your foundational energy. Or this could be like energy of like you moving, or you know, because it's talking about contracts as well, so it's like this is just new job as well. It's one of those like anticipating like big changes occurring for you pretty soon. I don't really feel anything negative coming from this, so I feel like things are going to work out pretty positively for you, but I'll pull one more card and see. Ten of Water. Okay, yeah. This is, Ten of Water is like the marriage card, right? This is like an extremely celebratory card. So if this is pertaining to some type of individual, I really like this energy. If you're considering taking something to a more serious level, I do like this energy a lot. But just in general, in terms of like whatever big decision that you're making, it's kind of reflecting, at least through tarot, that things are going to work out really well for you. So really good. Oh, hello, IDK. I appreciate it. There was somebody... I'm glad, there was somebody that I think... Little Red Riding Poet. Are you still around, Poet? Belial's a good choice for tonight, yeah. It's a good idea. I don't know. I don't have the intention of doing something tonight. I just don't know the details of it yet, or what exactly I'm going to be doing. But that is on the plan for tonight, at some point tonight. I don't think Poet is here. It doesn't seem like it anyways, unfortunately, because I wanted to give her a reading. Let me see. There was somebody else as well. All right, Ja, I can pull your cards right now for you. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Em, I don't know if I can even see the moon where I'm at, because I'm pretty sure it's cloudy here as well. Now that you had mentioned that and have me thinking about it. Alright, interesting. Alright, Ja. So, I feel like you're overwhelmed with a decision, or several decisions, or with several paths, Ja. That's what I'm getting, because we have Ten of Swords with the clarifier of Eight of Pentacles. So, you're in your head about something when it comes to some type of commitment, some type of... It's kind of like you just don't know what the right choice is for something. You're kind of overthinking things. You have a lot of options to choose between things, right? You have Seven of Cups, but it's paired with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So there's a lot of self-doubt here. Hello, Cheryl. How are you doing? There's a lot of self-doubt attached to this. It's like you have different opportunities in front of you, or different paths in front of you, but you don't... There's not like a commitment being made. There's not like a choice being made on your end of some sort. You're kind of, with this Eight of Wands energy, with this Seven of Pentacles energy, you're kind of just sitting and hoping as if either something's going to come or something's going to go in your life that helps you just make that decision for you without you having to quite make that decision, if that makes sense. And so what I would take from this is kind of like a... Start reflecting on why, like the narratives that you're telling yourself in your head right now. So if you are in a process of like figuring out what it is that you want to venture into in terms of spirituality, for example, if you're thinking about, you know, this could easily just be with jobs or something. It just, this spread is speaking so heavily in terms of someone being indecisive on something that I would say, if they continue in this kind of pattern, might make a choice that's not to their greatest benefit. I know that sounds like it's being ominous, but I don't mean in that way. It's more so like a... Instead of asking for what it is that you really want, you'll just ask for something that's like slightly cheaper because you don't feel like you're deserving of it. And, you know, it's like you don't mind the cheaper option. It's just not what you originally most definitely wanted initially, if that makes sense. So that's what I would say for you, Ja, is to ask yourself what it is that you are telling yourself that yeah, I would say this is kind of like an energy of like, ask yourself, what is it that you need to, like, why are these swords here, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, why, like, what came, like, what has happened in your life that gives you this sense of perspective that you have with yourself, or with your situation, because it just seems as if like your mind is going to be your biggest limiter in terms of something. Hello, Morgan. I just like did this and it didn't overlap the cards any. Thank you, Prim. How are you doing? I'm glad that was helpful, though, Ja. And thank you, Sarah. I know you said you wanted a reading next, so I can just get to you next now that I have the spread. But Yeah, Ja, I feel like it's overall, like, I didn't get a bad vibe at all. I feel like this is more so, like, that was more so spirit trying to bring something into awareness for you, I would say, more than anything. It's more of, this is something that you could, like, put a, like, pin on and be, like, take note of and to work on at some point, if that makes sense. I don't feel as if it's, like, something to necessarily, like, stress over, right? I mean, you get what I mean. Hello, Mystic. All right, let's see. All right, Sarah. For you, we have the Three of Wands, we have Page of Swords, and then we have the Temperance card. Morgan, I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty all right. I can't complain. Before I get into your card, Sarah, give me one moment. All right. Sorry about that. All right, for you, Sarah, we have. No, I already told you your cards. With this Three of Wands, you're kind of. I feel like this is your energy. You're kind of. I keep hearing indecision on something as well, but it's kind of like you're looking out into the distance on something, wondering if you should pursue some type of new journey on something. I say that because we have the Page of Swords, and Pages represents the beginning of whatever the element is. And so when it comes to swords, this could be like in terms of like some type of creative aspiration, right? Because that's very air energy. This also could be dealing with in terms of like a social relationship and just like kind of looking the distance and thinking um, of what is the word for it? What is the word that I'm trying to think of? Of how to handle something and being like, is this really worth bringing this situation up because and thinking in long terms of it, or is you this could just be like simply like overthinking like this. That's kind of in essence of it, is like overthinking energy. With this Temperance card coming up, this is talking about patience of some sort. I kind of feel as if I keep on hearing this is not the right time for something. I don't know if there is like a something that you kind of are trying to like rush a decision on, or feel as if you need to be rushed to make a decision on something. Take care, Ja. Let's see. The Dreamer card paired with the Seven of Earth. Okay. Yeah, Seven of Earth is talking about some type of anxiety. You're feeling some type of anxiety with something, and so naturally when you are feeling anxious about something, you're trying to rush to some type of decision. And when you have the Dreamer card, Archangel Metatron, coming forward, this is the Fool card. This is the card of where I feel like this is the energy that you kind of need to adopt a little bit more of, Sarah, during this, because I feel like, I mean, naturally, like, when you have, like, this overthinking energy, the best way to combat that is to just adopt a more carelessness attitude. Easier said than done, right? But I do feel as if, for you, the more serious that you're taking some type of situation, the more urgent that you're going to feel like it's going to be, and that's when you rush to make a decision. Because that's the thing. Seven of Earth talks about a temporary pause in action and unnecessary worry. So this is really like spirit sayings like, you don't need to be stressing about this. Why are you stressing about this? Like, everything's going to be working out. Have faith in things, right? Just have faith that things are going to work out for you. We do have the Awakening card as the back of the deck energy as well. So this is could be kind of like a test of some sort for you to see if you, when put in a position, if you are going to fly. You know, when you leave that nest, are you going to flap your wings and fly, or are you going to fall to the ground? You know, it's kind of up to you to make that decision, but you can't. Don't rush yourself to leave the nest when it's not necessary. You know, it's kind of like the energy of someone that feels like they need to leave the nest sooner than needed because they're just convincing themselves of like whatever, right? So it's like you don't actually need to leave the nest immediately. You don't have to make some big decision immediately. But don't feel like you aren't don't feel like you're not ready either. Does that make sense? It's like you're perfectly capable of accomplishing something, but don't feel as if you have to do it right now in this moment, um, because of something, right? Don't overthink things. Have patience, Temperance card. Hello, Robbie. All right, I'm probably going to be doing. I'm glad that that was accurate, Sarah. I'm probably going to be doing one more. Um, well, actually, I'm feeling I can do a couple more, you guys. I'm sorry. I really wanted to. I planned for this reading or this live stream to be a lot more energetic, right? But it's just like with the news with my mother being in the hospital, it's just like it's like sitting on my mind, and like I'm honestly like I swear I'm like okay about it. It just is kind of like in this days of trying to be present about it. So it just feels a little bit weird to not be able to do anything. But I'm glad that was helpful to you though, Sarah. Hello, Regretless Life Tarot. Oh my gosh. You guys, if you haven't seen Regretless Life Tarot, I'll put a link to her channel in the description box. But she's one of my favorite tarot readers. If you like my style of reading, I guarantee you that you'll like Regretless Life. Yeah, I have some cards coming from her. That once I do have those cards come in, that's when I'm going to do the monthly readings for the zodiac signs for the love. Um, and yeah, so I'm just really excited about that. And how are you doing, Regretless Life? Of course, Sarah. Take care, 10. Jack, I can get you next, since I know you have to go. I appreciate everyone that's waiting though. And yeah, I'm doing okay. I don't want to like I didn't tell the news to have you guys feel bad for me or anything, honestly. Like if I wasn't like okay, I would have been like y'all have no problem. Y'all know I don't have any problems like canceling something if I feel too out of the loop, right? Why is my thing honestly though, like honestly I more so just talk about it just so like um y'all understand more so because like I don't want to just say, oh, I'm going through a lot. That just sounds impersonal, right? All right, so let me get these cards for Jack. I appreciate it. I just started getting into your reading before this live stream as well, and it's I think I'm like 30 minutes into it, and I just want to say like insane. It honestly, it's super motivating. Like I'm gonna get into your reading, Jack, but I just want to say like I enjoy tarot readers so much because I don't feel as if you can really everyone has their own style, right? You can't really do it anything wrong. It's just about interpretation. And it's like, I've been doing tarot and around tarot since I was a little kid. So it's like, I get motivated and inspired by other tarot readers that are able to like pull some type of emotion out of me. And it's like a Regretless Life Tarot is just insane. She's so good. Um, but yeah, let me get into your reading, Jack, since I know you have to go. We have the 10 of Water for you, 3 of Air, and Knight of Air. So, and I pull, usually when it comes to these videos, like, I'm always aware of my reactions. I usually will, like, edit out my reactions just because I'm really expressionate. For you, we have, yeah, 10 of Air with the Moon card. So something to me is being revealed to you, Jack, in terms of something intimate to you. I feel like something really that you hold closely to you. I know this card talks about, I know I said it earlier, this is like the kind of card that you want in terms of relationships. Um, for you in this aspect of it, I kind of feel like this is more so trying to capture an energy of paying attention to some type of energy in your current like close space, something that you consider in like your family circle dynamic, but it doesn't have to be literal family, right? We choose our families, right? So you can like anyone that you hold closely to you. The Three of Air comes in with the Page of Swords. So double air energy in this regard. So this is leading me to believe of where there was some type of something was revealed to you, Jack, of that was in like your family circle that has really bummed you out, that has really brought you a little bit of sadness. And I feel like because of this Page of Swords energy, I always associate pages with the beginning of some type of new cycle. I do feel as if like the sadness attached to it is not only just because of the event, but because this is leading to do something else. Because you have the Knight of Fire coming in with the Chariot card in reverse. So I like the Knight of Fire in the sense of it's kind of like the Chariot in a way. I like to view it kind of like the Chariot, but it's knightly energy, so it's youthful energy. So it's very much so like not calling you a toddler, but like you know how I don't know why I think of a toddler, but it's one of those things of where it's like really ambitious at first. So it's like you tell someone not to go down this path, right? And then they just go charging forward. But then with that Knight of Fire energy, you kind of like go right back. Like you get spooked a little bit and you can come right back. It's kind of like unpredictable energy. And when you have the Chariot card, the Chariot card is usually like forward movement again, right? So when you have these two together, it'd seemingly be like a good sign. Um, I feel like this is kind of like reckless energy in a sense. Not calling you reckless, it could just be like the energy is a little bit chaotic going on for you, Jack. But when this card is inverted to me, I feel like because of like this forward and back motion, it's kind of like a some type of wasted energy because the Chariot's letting me know it's like you're digging your heels in with something. So this is kind of like engaging with something or engaging with somebody that's just not going to be fruitful for you and could potentially just be feeding more into this Three of Air sadness energy. So what I would say for you, Jack, is kind of observe like this is kind of like such a message from Spirit of asking you what is it that you can disengage from that is just kind of like an energy sink to you that's kind of giving you just like the back and forth energy, but not really propelling you forward. It's just kind of keeping you stuck in your current situation. I feel like it's one of those times of where you come to terms with like something happening and you know, it's understandable something was revealed to you and it's kind of like took you off guard, but like don't allow this to keep you stuck. That's really what I'm getting. Let me catch up in chat. All right, how are you guys doing? I wish I could play music or something, like some type of like jazz music like I usually do in my videos. But since like YouTube is always like weird about copyright and stuff like that, I don't think I can play music on my live streams. But yeah, as I was saying before, I'm getting a tarot deck from Regretless Life. She does her own tarot, which I just think is so cool. And she has like I ordered a love tarot deck from her. And so that should be coming soon. And whenever that comes, that's when I'm going to be doing the whole monthly series for love series for the zodiac signs and using that tarot deck. Because I'm really excited to get my hands on it. I love it. It's so inspiring whenever I see any type of like whenever I see some person go forward with their passion. I just is like it just makes me so happy and just like and I don't know, like maybe I'm the only kind of person that's like this and it probably does sound weird, but when I see like a woman in power and when it comes I talked about this when I reviewed Stargirl's topical potion. Like I just love seeing like a woman in her power and like doing her hustle. And so when I like saw that Regretless Life has like she's like living the life that I just find so amazing. I appreciate it. There was somebody that I know asked earlier. I appreciate you guys giving me your well wishes, by the way, when it comes to my mother. I know things will be okay, right? I'm a little bummed out now, but I always know that, you know, it was like that quote I talked about in one of my other videos where um, Carl Jung, where it's like when something bad happens, that's when Carl Jung would like say pop a bottle of champagne or get the ready for that bottle of wine or champagne because something great is going to be coming. And so that's kind of how I view things, right? Because it's like, y'all know, like in the past few weeks of just how much like it has felt as if like universe has been trying me, right? It's getting to the point now though where it's like I'm about to like ask the universe to like square up, right? It'd be like it's feeling a little bit personal, but genuinely I do feel as if it's one of those things where it's like it sucks in the moment, but I am like so genuinely excited to see like what's going to come from this. Like I really do see the potential in something really great, and even if like there's like a nothing like that you can learn from this, I'll make something out of it, right? Oh. You're gonna make me cry regardless. I can't wait to receive like the rest of your reading just because it was just like it was crazy. It was so crazy to I've only had one other psychic who I've gone to since I was 13, 12 or 13, been able to kind of like blueprint my life in the way that you were able to like so far and like in only 30 minutes in. It was so crazy. And so like to have you do that as well, I was just like it like really like reignited being like that's what I'm like actively working towards. Shane, I know that was you. Shane, I know you said that you would like a reading, so I can pull you a few cards as well. You're good with ruins? That's funny. My barber is good with ruins as well. The one that does my hair, he has like his own rune set that he does meditations with, and he has like a meditation journal. I don't know why I'm telling his business. I don't think he cares. I didn't say his name. So for you, Shane, right now we have the King of Coins, the Moon card in reverse for you, and the Knight of Wands. So you're in your power in something, Shane, right? You are the King of Coins. You have the potential, but like there's like this anxiety happening for you. There's like this anxiety happening for you in terms of some type of new venture for you, that Knight of Wands. This usually is talking about, I always have to watch myself when I talk about wands or fiery energy because it's like I function off of passion in terms of like everything. So I acknowledge whenever I say like something that you're passionate about. I know that can just seem so broad, but this is telling me where it's like, I mean, initially, I'm going to pull a few more clarifiers for this, but this is telling me someone that doesn't see themselves as the King of Coins in something, and it's kind of like this Knight of Wands, there's like this hesitation towards this path it's like you staring down like a fork in the road. That's what it is. It's like you're staring down the fork of the road, or you're driving down the highway, and you're just like, oh, should I take this exit? Is this the exit for me? Should I take it? Should I not? Like, it's that kind of energy. It's the fear of the unknown. Like, when this moon card is inverted like this, I'm going to hold it upright so you can look at it if this lighting will allow it. This is like you're kind of afraid that something might be revealed to you on the path that would interrupt your flow, that would ruin things for you, really. And you're being asked to release it, the Archangel Azrael. When it comes to this deck, I've had this deck for like over 10 years. I love this deck so much. Anyways, this is the death card in terms of this type of deck. So this is kind of like you have to kind of like kill it. This is one of those things that you have to have a conversation with your ego at this point. You know, if you're having a fear when it comes to making some type of decision, when it comes to going down some type of path, at that point you have to ask yourself, are you thinking from your ego? Are you thinking from your intuition? Are you thinking from a logical place? All those things, like, if you are able to take a moment to stop and address that, and like be able to be honest with yourself in this regard, that would, I feel like, remove a lot of the anxieties coming forward to you. Because we do have the 7 of Fire, where it's, you kind of are being asked to take a stand and to really honor yourself. There's kind of like this push of where it's just like being like, no, I am this King of Coins energy. And you have, I pulled for the King of Water as well. Like, there's just such a push of where it's like, this card talks about opening your heart, and I kind of feel like this is kind of like you kind of opening your heart to your own potential, of being like, it's one of those things of like, instead of what if something bad happening in your path, start thinking about what if something beautiful happened, you know? Because it's like, it takes just as much energy to feed into a negative narrative that hasn't happened yet as a positive narrative that hasn't happened yet. Just one will make you have anxiety and the other one will make you an optimist. So yeah, pretty good reading though, Shane. I would just say for you, this is more so of a time, if you're feeling, I guess what I would take from your reading is, if you're feeling anxious or feeling fearful about something, that just means you need to get more facts on it and put things in perspective. Because if you're able to trust in your intuition, and you know you're thinking or basing your decision based off of your intuition, then you wouldn't be questioning yourself. You wouldn't have any of this fear, because you'd be like, no, my intuition is guiding me here. You'd be at peace with your decision, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They are. I have my hair designs. I always will just, every 2 weeks, that's kind of like my therapy, is I will just sit in the chair and I tell him he can just do whatever. And I have I don't know if you can see it on my scalp, but I have a tattoo here, and he always likes to do designs based around it. This deck is the Doreen Virtue deck. Doreen Angel Tarot Virtue deck. I always have all the decks listed in the description, but yeah, this is I suggest this for anybody that wants to just get into tarot at first. I have had this one. I have 2 of these decks. This one is one I actually use publicly. The other one that actually is like the 10-year-old one, I have in my closet right behind me. I only use that one for myself and my personal people, for no really specific reason other than that's like, it's intimate to me in that way. I like to put personalities. Let me know if y'all are that way as well. And I think there's like personalities to each of the decks, and so yeah, whenever it's like I'm coming into work, I just bring out my work associates, right, and they all work together. Music ventures and dealing with Belial. Yeah, I would say I'm gonna pull a moon card for you real quick, if you're okay with that, Shane. I would say, with how the dynamic of the reading was, waxy moon energies gaining momentum. I would say this is one of those things of where, because it's like very much so unapologetic energy, so I would say might be pertaining a lot more towards like your music career, because it's like when it talked about like that moon being inverted, it's like the fear of the unknown and being like, oh, what if they say something about, you know, that's how I would translate that. But obviously, again, like, you know your situation better than I would. So it's like, again, it goes back to what I said in your reading. Think about your intuition. You would know it far better than I ever would. Yeah, the go-to decks. Yeah, I have my trifecta that I use. I use the animal one, the moon oracle deck. I love an oracle deck. I always say this in my videos too, like my Oracle decks and my tarot decks, I like to view them as like giving an individual flashcards. So if it's like, you can get like a good message out of like 77 cards that's in like a tarot deck, but what if happens if we like give like 10 more, right? You can get a lot more of a detailed message that way. Oh, as I mess up my shuffle. All right, I don't know. Can everyone remind me in chat who is still waiting for a reading, and then I can make a choice. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, by the way. I feel a lot better already, honestly. I have been. For anyone that's like looking for a stone, by the way, black tourmaline. At some point, whenever I get more settled in life, I have so many stones that I've dug up throughout the years that I would love to like do like a weekly, or maybe not weekly, but like a monthly giveaway of just like some stones that I've dug up. I didn't dig up this black tourmaline, but I did like black tourmaline. I feel like it's just such a lovely stone that everyone should have. Also, if you guys, I always ask you guys this every time I do a live stream. What did y'all eat today? If y'all had dinner yet, if y'all have had dinner, what did y'all eat? I had, what did I have? I don't think I've eaten today. No, no, what did I eat? Oh, no, I had some type of like veggie chips. Ever since I moved up into the Pacific Northwest, I've adopted eating a lot of healthier foods like kombucha. I didn't start drinking kombucha until I was in the Pacific Northwest, where everyone's drinking kombuchas and all that. But today I know I ate something. Yeah, I had like the green bean chips, and then I also had a Pop-Tart. I had I think it might be here. I have my bag here, I can tell y'all. I had cookies and cream Pop-Tarts. Cake batter? Girl, let me tell you. I came to the decision that when you eat something in batter form, like cake batter or brownie batter, it's like a third of the less calories. It's because it's not cooked, right? That's what I tell myself. Veggie burger, leftover turkey, and turkey salad. That sounds good. Tootsie Roll. I feel you there, Haskell. I haven't had a Tootsie Roll. I think the only time I've actually had Tootsie Rolls is when it's in like the lollipop form. Homemade pizza, Indian food, Diet Coke. Ooh, y'all are eating good. Listen, it doesn't matter if it's unhealthy or not. It is the full moon, you know, it's the full moon and it's an eclipse. I read somewhere off of like a BuzzFeed article that like when it's the energies are this high, like we burn like 3 times the calories. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, yeah, let me go back up and see which one of y'all will catch. Robbie, I can do you next. Alright, you have the meerkat. So this is already, I'm going to be pulling more cards for you, Robbie, but like right off the bat, when you have the meerkat, this is like a really good affirmation to have of like your circle, your inner circle of people. If you're fearing, if you've had like just like anxiety of like being like, oh, like overthinking things in terms of like, ooh, does this person not, you know, I can't even say it because it's like, you know, I'm guilty of this as well, right? It sounds so silly when you say it out loud of being like, oh, does this person actually like me? This could be dealing with the relationships, but when it comes to like the meerkat, it's kind of like big social groups, usually. So this is kind of letting you know like your inner circle is like good that you can rely on. But let's see. Let's see what else we can get for you. Okay, so we have Page of Cups, Queen of Coins, and the Chariot card. I mean, this may actually be dealing with some type of person that you're going forward with because it's that Page of Cups energy, right? Because it is talking about some type of new beginning with something, but it doesn't have to be, because this Queen of Coins energy does bring it into the balance of where it's like this could easily just be feeling really good about your like what you're investing your current space into, or not space, like you could just be feeling really good about where you're putting your energy and like what you're investing your time and energy into, because we do have the Chariot card, which is kind of like excitable energy. Now I am going to just give like a two-parter just because I don't know your situation. I don't know if this is more so resonating for social or not, and I'm like very long-winded and detailed. In terms of social, what I would say when it comes to this type of suggestion with this Page of Cups and Queen of Coins energy, I can't help but keep on thinking about this meerkat and why Spirit needed to give you this affirmation about people being in your circle being okay. I would kind of say, like, with this Queen of Coin energy as well on top of it, this is letting me know, I would say this is kind of giving you like the green light to go forward with it. Don't overthink this connection. Don't overthink these people. If you were hurt in the past, right? Don't reference this. Don't reference it for the people that you're currently dealing with, because it's not the same story. It's going like, and usually when Spirit's pushing you to make a decision like this, it's probably going to handle and benefit to like turn out in your favor rather. In terms of like outside of social connection, this is kind of just still kind of like giving you like the green light of being going forward with something, trying to give you the confidence of being like, you know what, like you've facilitated the space of where you will be able to be successful in some type of foundational energy in your life. Overall, I really like this though. Soup in a sandwich. That sounds really good. Vegan bacon. Hello, Tree Marie. How are you? But yeah, as I was saying, like, since I moved up to the Pacific Northwest, I live in Washington, but it's where I live, it's such a perfect spot. Why is my camera so aggressively not where it needs to be? Hello. Where I live, I'm like so close to so many so many like wonderful spots. I mean, if Corona wasn't a thing right now, obviously, like I'm really close to Seattle. I'm pretty close to Portland. Like it's a day trip sort of thing, and Vancouver in Canada. So it's like normally I would be able to like get any type of food that I would want. Like I'm just like anything that I'm craving, I would be able to just like go to one of those cities and just have like probably like one of the best flavors experiences for it. There was somebody, Cheryl. Cheryl, are you still around? I think I'm gonna be doing Pacific Northwest. Yeah, it's so nice up here. Once I moved up here, I was addicted to it. Cheryl, if you are around, let me know, and then I'm probably going to close out this live stream, you guys. I do really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, though. I'm going to probably... I'm not going to promise doing one tomorrow just because I don't know where my head's going to be, and I still have to do the recordings for tomorrow as well. But I am going to like at least tell y'all that I will definitely reschedule this live stream so I can do just like have much you know, my usual live streams are like 2 hours where I'm able to read a lot more people. But like I do plan on doing one fairly soon. Another one to make up for it in the next week or so, hopefully. Especially once I get my new tarot deck, my new Oracle tarot deck from Regretless Life. And again, I know you guys are, sorry if I disappointed you guys in terms of not being able to get to you tonight, but Regretless Life Tarot, again, I'll leave let me give you a link actually now. She does live streams as well, and she does live readings, and she does wonderful zodiacs. If you like my readings, I can guarantee you'll love hers. She is so good. Of course, Robbie. I'm glad that was helpful. Yeah, her. She is so good. Live streams stay on the channel after being streamed. They can if you make the option to, but I always make the options for mine. If I don't, I would say it like beforehand. So like you don't have to worry about saving it. You can. I like to save them so people can look back on their readings after. I don't think Cheryl has said anything yet in terms of her being here. Subscribe to her already? Yeah, Shane. So you already have good taste when it comes to tarot. She's like I found her a while ago, and then whenever I found out she did her own tarot decks as well, like that's like the dream for me. I would love to have like my own tarot, like I would want like a tarot deck and also an oracle deck attached to it as well. Like I would want like a whole, like I would want a tarot deck and then an oracle deck that goes along with it that I could like use to layer on top of it, because that's what I feel like I'm kind of like known for, is like mixing like 10 different, I guess it's not that unique of a thing, but it's like I like to use a bunch of oracle decks in terms like and put everything together like a puzzle. I don't know how. Oh, you said Alexander. I was gonna say I don't know how to pronounce your name, but Alexander, I can do you as my final one. But yeah, I think I will. You know what? I am gonna like do a promise to you guys. I'm gonna like try to do another one tomorrow earlier, since I know this was pretty late for a lot of people. I'm gonna try to do another live stream tomorrow. Probably, I'm not gonna give a time, but I'll do a post in my community so y'all will know. So that way, I have a pretty good idea of who's around in chat, so I will be able to, if you're still waiting for a reading, if you come around tomorrow, I can prioritize you a little bit, but we don't have to tell anybody. I guess it's not much of a secret though, if this is like posted and everyone sees it anyways, but yeah. So Alexander, I have your cards pulled. We have you for the Knight of Coins, so you're going into something new, which makes sense because you have the Death card coming in. Something ended. I kind of want to say it's fairly it was like a fairly dramatic ending, because we do have two different no, it's not two different knights. We have the Knight of Coins and then King of Wands coming. So I kind of feel like with this, whatever death happened, whatever thing that you've had to recently release, whatever event that's recently happened, it's affected more than just, it's not like just it's not your life. It's one of those, it would be what would be an example for this? Let me pull, I guess I need a little bit more clarification on this, because it could be a couple different examples. When you have like the King of Wands with the Knight of Coins, this is kind of like your focus is being put on it sort of thing, right? If it was just dealing with like, I guess let me explain where my thought process is behind this. If this is just about cups, right? If the energy was just covering cups, then I'd be like, okay, then this is just dealing with the relationship. But since you have like the King of Wands, you're adopting some type of like, not saying that you're wearing like a mask or you're having to like, you know, it's one of the, whenever you're like dealing with like a high stress situation, you're being called to power and you have to like straighten your back up, and it's just like, you know, there's like a certain like level element of seriousness that you have to adopt. I feel like something happened recently that's called to you to do that, and it's like during this time that you've had to like venture into some new, like you're going into some type of new territory in terms of, what can I think of as an example for this? Four of Water. I kind of want to say, Alexander, that this is more of a push for, when you have Four of Water coming in talking about missing an opportunity, I kind of feel as if you're missing some, like, there's like some, during this transitional period in your life, Alexander, I kind of feel as if you were so distracted during this transitional period. There's like some type of like, because this is taking so much of your attention, It's very much so like you're being so on guard looking for something in specific or paying attention to one specific type of thing that you're not noticing this other thing coming into your life. It's like there's like I know what I'm like thinking in my head, but I don't know how to explain it verbally. It'd be as if like if I were to tell you of being like, okay, if I told you like what it would be like to experience your spirit guide, right? If I told you it's like, okay, when you meditate to connect with your spirit guide, you can expect like a cold brush of wind on your right shoulder. If I told you that, and then that's all you were thinking, every single time you went into meditation, you would just be sitting there anticipating this. Not like during that whole entire time, not noticing like for your experience that your spirit guide was like doing like some type of warm wind on your left shoulder. Very random example. But it's kind of in that way, it's where it's just like your laser focus on something is kind of causing you to miss some type of opportunity, some type of door being presented to you, some type of blessing. I kind of feel like it's some type of blessing because I did pull the page of water. You know how I was like commenting about how like this is like your experience right now is encompassing all the elements. And yeah, I feel like it's one of those things that's pay attention to where your laser focus is and kind of like lighten up that laser focus, at least temporarily, at the very least to get like a broader perspective on things. You can maintain that laser focus again, but it's kind of like one of those things of taking in your surroundings. You know, it's like when you're so focused and you're just looking on the ground following the trail, yeah, you're not paying attention to your surroundings. So when you finally look up, you're just like, I don't know where I am, right? Hi, Ain. Let me know how to pronounce your name. I appreciate your compliment, though. Do you live super near me? That's really cool if you did. If you do, though. All right, you guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope that was helpful for you, though, Alexander. I'm gonna close this live stream out, but I really do want to give my gratitude for you guys. I do feel like insanely better having like being able to come home and just like reset with you guys and read some cards because I was just going through it. But yeah, I'm gonna try to fingers crossed, I'm gonna try to have something planned for tomorrow for readings. And if I didn't get to you tonight and you do show up tomorrow for tomorrow's readings, I promise you I'll be able to reconnect. I'll be able to get your reading in because I'll just bump you up in my mental list of people to read. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm gonna do like I'm probably going to post a. This is where I'm long-winded again. I say goodbye for like 20 minutes. I'm probably going to be look for my post in the community tab. I'm going to whenever I do my full moon ritual. I'll probably post either like a picture of the moon if it's not cloudy, or I'll just like share like whatever little space I put. And then y'all can like let me know as well what y'all do. But I love you guys so much. Bye. I say bye, and now we have like 10 awkward